Okay, so I just did a video. And I'm doing another video. Doing two in a row tonight, but that is because I've decided to share information about guitars that come through this room and get to experience them with anybody watching. And also, I've decided to uh, use this to help sell on Reverb and just give honest opinions of the guitars, so people know exactly what they're getting. Because I'm not gonna hold anyone over the not really that worried about making a profit on things or making anything. I mean, there's a lot of times I break completely even. I'm fine with that too. I just want someone to get the guitar they want in the condition they want, with the sound they want, the feel they want. You know what I mean? And there's no better way to explain that than in person, or in video. So this is my first experience with an Epiphone Masterbilt. I believe this is 2006. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to try and post that serial number. It could be 2005, but it's an Epiphone Masterbilt AJ-500 MNS. Now, these are all solid wood. Um, I have no idea where this was made. It doesn't actually tell you anywhere. Just that it was 100% inspected and set up at Epiphone USA, which is a common sticker that they've used for a long time. It does have Grover open gear tuners, which I thought was pretty cool. And aside, they work perfectly, except the G string tuner is really tight and almost has a little bit of a sound. Um, I might look up how to fix that, or I'm sure it's a really simple thing to add some sort of to lubricate it just a little bit. It does work and it does stay in tune, but it is tight. Um, so this guitar is very strange. Strange, mythical, I guess. I have to assume this is a rosewood board and bridge, especially for the time period. Of course, it looks like rosewood. It's definitely not laurel. I don't think they were using laurel back then, and it's definitely not Palfaro. I mean, it would be. I would be really surprised. And considering what this is supposed to be, I'm going to imagine this is a spruce top and mahogany back and sides. Now, as far as the condition of this guitar, I can't call it mint, and I'll say why. I'll say in a second. Because, well, one, that tuner. Um, I don't want anybody to have to go ahead and replace it, but I can't quite find a mark on it as well at the same time. So it is, has some flawless attributes there. There is some aging on the binding, which is nice. Um, oh, there's one tiny boop. Is it showing up? Which side is it? Come on. One tiny little ding up there. And otherwise, the condition is really. Yeah, I'm having trouble finding too many marks on it. Just some pickguard scratches. Actually, I think that's the only marks I can find on it, to be honest with you. Um, yeah. It reminds me. It reminds me a lot of a. Okay, so the guitar is all satin. There's no gloss. It's all satin top, back, sides, neck. That's fine. I love it. I love satin. It definitely reminds me as if they were going after like the Martin Triple O series to some degree. Now it's completely different shape, but like the Martin O series with the all satin, and it's a really nice satin finish. As you can hear it, they did a really good job, and really this back too. Like, my God, I can barely find the two pieces. There has to be two. Okay, there it is. No, is it? It's not easy to follow. I can tell you that. It looks like it's definitely only two pieces. It's really hard to find the seam on this. So it's a nice book match. The reason I can't call this mint is because there is some extremely strange. This guitar, this guitar does not smell like smoke. It was not in a house where there was smoking, guaranteed. It smells like it smells fresh, almost maybe like laundry, almost a little bit. Anyway, but the bridge pins, saddle, and nut all have this discoloring. Okay, honestly, how much is it? How much would it cost? I mean, bridge pins, tusk nut, tusk saddle, graphite nut, whatever you want to do, bone, graphite, tusk, is going to cost you $30 to do the whole thing, $40. You know what I mean? So you don't need to change them. The guitar does function perfectly. The action is extremely low on this guitar as it stands. I actually pulled the neck back a little more than I normally would because the action was just really, and it's really low with zero buzzing. We'll go over that in a second. So really low action. Obviously, the whole thing about these guitars is supposed to be the sound, and I've only just strung it. I've only just picked it up. I'm only really experiencing it myself, and I know that acoustics are a little hard to come through on without miking everything up and stuff like that onto the camera, but I'm just not set up for that right now. Zero fretwear whatsoever, none. I did polish the heck out of the frets because they were just you know, the strings probably sat on here for, in my opinion, 10 years easy. The strings were probably sitting on here, so I cleaned it all up real nice. And the other thing I noticed is that the nut does come right out when you take the strings off, but it settles right back in. And I was going to glue it back down, but I decided, you know what? Anyone who wants to put a new nut on here is, you know, if you've ever changed a nut on a guitar, especially a guitar with a gloss finish, like, and you try and cut it out, like, you know, you can make some mistakes real quick. So this is ready to go. Take it out and glue the next one down, or even just, you know, let the strings settle it. The strings will put it right in place, which is what I did. It works perfectly. You know, slight bit of tarnish on the tuning keys and on the strap buttons, but you know, it is older at this point. But otherwise, yeah, this is really unplayed. The inside looks great. Zero. A lot of people let these sit and sometimes spill things in them, on them, near them. The case actually has a hydrometer, which we'll go over the case in a second. The case is really cool. But anyway, let's try and give it a couple of chords and try and get a slight example. But again, no buzzing on those first frets, and the action is, for an acoustic, especially, my God, is it low. Cowboy chords. I noticed a slight pinginess there, just that one note. But I've had certain brand new acoustics that have had that. It's a shame, but only there. Otherwise. Especially if you really pluck it, you'll really get that bluesy. You can really make this a dirty bluesy. Or you can just play it. It's a little out of tune because it's got fresh strings, but. It really does sound great. Yeah, I understand a little bit more about these now. I've always wanted an Epiphone Masterbilt, series, and I have played the. I want to state something right here, and I am fine doing it on camera. I have played the Inspired by Gibson new Epiphones, and I absolutely. Well, actually, I did. I have one on here. Did I do the video of? I don't remember if I did a video of the Epiphone slash signature, but AJ the Epiphone slash AJ-45 or whatever it was, but J45 Epiphone version. I absolutely hate their new vintage finish or whatever. It's this. I cannot explain it. You have to play one to understand. But it's like it's supposed to be like this vintage aged lacquer or something, whatever. It does not feel as good as satin. It does not feel as good as gloss, or even the even like polyurethane type gloss. I mean, it's just. I'd even rather have the guitar coated in that harder, lacquer. This feels way better than one of those. I like the Masterbilt headstock. I think that's cool. I'm not a huge fan of Epiphone's headstocks, and I'm one of the people why they changed to the newer versions. Especially their acoustics can sometimes have some really big, huge headstocks on them. I think this is a great balance. They should just use this for everything. I love the logo, and it's really, really cool. So I'm gonna post this to my Reverb. I mean, I want to talk about the case for a minute. Really intense case. My gosh, this is super padded, super durable. It had a lock on it at some point, and the latch is included, but it's not on there. There's no reason. And it has a zipper, and it has a hydrometer in there that just keeps saying it's normal. So, actually, you know what? I didn't think this hydrometer was working, but it has moved a few times, so it is working. But my gosh, this case is super durable with a really cool Epiphone Masterbilt stitching on the top. Big case, but this guitar obviously has had no wear from sitting in that case, and very, very cool, very cool. Just again, those cowboy chords. I wish I was in tune. Sorry. I cannot play guitar today. I should start editing these videos. Oh well. Check it out. Leave comments, message me, whatever you want to do. Let's find out some more information, okay? Thanks.